So, this is my bomb fishing setup, and I genuinely believe this is the most versatile commercial bomb setup that there is. There's other variations that I have took the way I do it from, but I'll show you a little bit more about it. This is how I set it up. Right, so this is the setup. I got the idea from watching a Lee Carey video. Jamie Harrison's done one too, so you can go look them up if you want, but I found a little problem with it, and it's not necessarily a problem with the rig, but it's an inconvenience. So we sat down and we kind of tried to figure out how we could make it better for us. So the way that they set it up is that they use a normal pressed-in stem. You just thread that through like so. And then it's really this simple. They just put their float beads straight on after. Now I'm just gonna put 2 on just for demonstration purposes, because this isn't how I quite set it up. If I'm using a 15-gram bomb up, then I tend to put 3, maybe even 4 on if I know I'm going to be casting it a little bit. Now I'll show you what the obvious problem here is. Those float beads are already inside the stem, and if they get stuck further up in the stem, that means it's not free running anymore. Kind of defeats the purpose, and it goes against a lot of fishery rules. So we found an easy way to solve this problem, and it's just one little bit of tackle. If you do use the ICM mini stems and bigger stops, you don't really have this problem, but I find it does limit you to only using like the ICM bombs and the bits that you can attach onto those stems. So the easy fix for that is to take your float stops off and just pull out a pressed-in quick change beads. So they're like the ones you use to like interchange your hook lengths and things like that. The matrix ones work too. I just have the pressed-in ones with me today. And all you have to do is take out the little bit that you actually loop your hook length onto, use the top part, thread it through. Once you've thread that through, go ahead and put your float stops on again. I'm going to put 3 on just because I'm going to be fishing up to a 15-gram bomb today, and I could be chucking it reasonably far out. It's not too far out, but it could move down the line if I don't put enough on. So I'd rather be prepared than have to retie a whole rig. So I'm just going to pop 3 on. Once they're on, I'll show you now the difference that little bit of tackle makes right there. Because even if maybe one float stop gets a little bit caught in that bead's still free running. The stem's still its own piece. So after that, all you want to do is add a figure of 8 loop, wet it so you don't burn the line, add your hook length onto that. I'm using a 4-inch size 14. I'm pretty sure this is a pressed-in KKMB, and it's just got a hair rig on it with a speed stop. So the rig's already versatile, but I find using the hook length with the hair rig and speed stop makes it just that bit more versatile, because as I'm going to do today, I can fish popped up reds 4 inches off the bottom and leave it as it is, or I can just grab those float beads, move them up the line to say 15 inches, and I can fish it 15 inches. If I want to fish it 2 foot, I can move it up even more, fish it 2 foot, and if I want to go back down, I can just move it straight back down, which negates the constant having to change hook lengths, takes up loads of time. That just makes it so much easier and quicker on the bank. But also with this hook length, it means I can swap and change between pretty much any bait you could bring on the bank. So I've got sweet corn with me today, so I will be trying a bit of corn. I can just speed stop that straight on there. I can use meat, I can use worm, like you really can use anything. So it's not just a winter rig, you know, you can use anything, even drilled pellets. So it really does make it a dual rig, and it cuts down on so much prep, so much time, and is, in my opinion, the most versatile bomb and pellet, bomb and bread, you know, bomb and anything rig that you can set up.